Hey PC World fans, Gordon Ung with PC World. I am in the Lenovo suite checking out the brand new slim line of clamshell laptops. Yes, there are people who prefer clamshell laptops. I am actually pretty good with them. We're going to start with the Lenovo Slim 7i Carbon. Carbon obviously means carbon fiber. The lid is carbon fiber, the bottom and the keyboard deck is metal, magnesium, but it makes it super light. So if you want a clamshell laptop that is state of the art, that is spectacularly light, this thing is 2.19 pounds. You're getting a 3.3 inch 2K screen, and get this, even though traditionally you get 60 hertz panels, this is actually a 90 hertz panel in here. And of course, you can't have a laptop that's a winner if you're not 1610. The Slim 7i is a 1610 panel. That means it's basically taller rather than wider that you see with the cheap 16.9s. Let's face it, that's what you're getting there. Inside, it's Intel Core up to Core i7 12th gen. That's Alder Lake, and it is Alder Lake P, which means you are going to be able to get a 2.2 pound Slim 7i Carbon with a 14 core CPU in it. Yeah, get out of here, right? That's crazy. You're also getting Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5. It has a 50 watt hour battery. You are getting a privacy shutter and IR. So, if you want to open your laptop up and have it log into Windows 11 Pro for you, the camera will do that. Battery size is 50 watt hours. And let's go over the all-important thing because you want to know about your ports. Internet, I know you love the ports. Let's go over it. You're going to get a Type-C. On this side, a power button. I thought this was actually for a SIM card for a modem. It is not. You have a hard switch to cut out the camera because if you're like me, you're changing clothes in front of your camera all the time. The other side, a Thunderbolt 4 port and a small LED, it looks like, or possibly a reset button. I'm not sure, but yes, I'm going to do that again. Thunderbolt 4, USB-C. Yeah, there is no headset jack on this laptop. Lenovo says, just like other vendors have said, you know what, we need to take that space. You're not rolling around with that $5 pair of earbuds anymore. You've got wireless headphones. Let's just take that space back to make this laptop thinner, lighter. I know. Just be aware when you get this laptop, make sure you have a Bluetooth headset to go with it. The laptop itself is going to come in right around $1,300. Should be available in June. Next up, you get a choice of what you want. This is the Lenovo Slim 7 Pro X. It is a little bit bigger than a 13.3 inch screen. It is a 14.5 inch screen. This one, I think might be...
I think that's the Intel.
Is Intel based because you can get the Slim 7i Pro X with an Intel 12th gen i7 P. That means basically, again, up to 14 cores with a combination of performance cores and efficiency cores. The screen is 14.5 inches. 3K resolution, that's QHD plus, and yes, again, it's a good laptop, so you're going to get 16:10 aspect ratio. None of that 16:9 stuff. That's for the people slumming it. What I really love about this is you're getting a 14.5 inch screen, 16:10 aspect ratio with touch, and the reason is it's a very good matte finish. Typically, a lot of touch screens have Gorilla Glass on them. They're super shiny, a lot of reflections in them. This has spectacular anti-reflective coating on it, and of course inside up to a 14 core 12th gen i7, 32 gigs of dual channel LPDDR5, 1 terabyte SSD M.2, and this might kind of shock you because you look at this laptop, it's like, well, this has got to be integrated graphics. Well, Lenovo has somehow stuffed a GeForce RTX 3050 into this laptop. That's pretty impressive because the entire laptop weighs 3.48 pounds, right? So you're getting 3.48 pounds laptop with discrete graphics, with a 3050, and with a 14-core 12th gen, and something that honestly would have had nothing but integrated graphics just a few years ago. So you're getting just a ton of performance. That GPU is rated at 50 watts of TGP, and yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a 3080 Ti. The main reason I can see having this laptop is somebody who wants to go out and they need a pretty heavy-duty core count, and they also may do, you know, some video editing where having the NVIDIA NVENC is a great advantage. So you can actually do a decent amount of video editing on this laptop that would have been impossible just 3 to 4 years ago, or not in this form factor. This laptop will also come with Wi-Fi 6E, have a 70 watt-hour battery, and is going to come in at about $1,700 and ship in June. Of course, hey, you know what? You're going, Gordon, I like AMD. I like to support the little guy. Well, what can Lenovo do for me? Lenovo's got that for you too. With this one, which is the Lenovo Slim 7 Pro X with a Ryzen 9 CPU. In fact, you might be a little surprised, but it's going to come, see again, it's a touch screen. It's going to come with up to a Ryzen 9 6900HX and a 3.5, 3.5 pound laptop. That is just amazing. This is just simply, you could never do this just 4 years ago. Again, same GPU option. You can get up to a GeForce RTX 3050, 50 watt TGP in this laptop with an 8-core Ryzen 9 6000. That's just a spectacular amount of hardware. And I didn't mention, and I should mention, besides the fact that you're getting, RTX, very fast CPUs, you're also getting a 120 hertz panel. So
on both of them.
On both of them. So these both of these laptops are 120 hertz. I was like, well, really, what do you need 120 hertz for? A 3050 at 50 watts? Well, let's be realistic. You're not going to be playing AAA games at that refresh rate. The main advantage of having a 120 hertz panel in laptops these days is people just like it. You know, having a really smooth experience when you move windows, when you scroll. 120 hertz just means it's going to look so much smoother than a 60 hertz panel. And the nice thing for AMD fans, well, the Core i7 laptop's going to come in at about $1,700 or start there. This one will start at $1,500. So you're basically saving $300 going from Intel to AMD. I do want to point something out though, and we're going to show you as we go over the ports. We're going to grab the Intel one. We're going to start on this side, essentially identical. You're getting power button. No, it's not a SIM card slot. You're getting 2 USB 10 gig ports, your Courageous headset port, the switch to turn off the camera so people can't see you stuffing your face with food. The other side though, slightly different. Intel will give you a full-size HDMI. You get 2 Thunderbolt ports. For AMD, you get a USB Type A and 2 USB-Cs. There is no USB 4 support on this laptop. It's USB 3.2, but the main difference probably for a lot of people is going to be the Thunderbolt as well as that HDMI port. So, something you need to know. The last Slim we're going to go over though is something I kind of like. I was surprised. This is the Lenovo Slim 9i14. You can immediately tell by looking at the top, there's something different about it. This is not the first time Lenovo's done it before, but I like it. Initially, I was like, why would you want a lid made of glass? Yes, this is a glass lid, but then you pick this up and it just feels just luxurious. I mean, yes, if you're gonna drop your bowling ball on it, it's not gonna be good, but the glass just feels just so much nicer than just aluminum or carbon fiber to me. It really does give it a luxury feel. And even though I thought, well, that's crazy to add glass because it's heavier, obviously you can shatter it. But after putting my hands on it, I was like, you know what I would actually like the glass on the keyboard deck too, because that would just take that raspy feel that you get out of putting your hands on aluminum or magnesium. It just doesn't feel as good. And yes, it says Yoga. It is a Slim 9i14 because here in the US, Yoga means convertible laptop overseas, Europe, Asia. Yoga means just simply a different branding. Here in the States, where we also don't use a metric system, you're gonna get it's really a slim brand. For the laptop, it is a 14-inch screen, 4K, and it's hard to tell on the internet, but let me tell you, it's an OLED panel. And OLEDs, if you've ever seen them, are just amazing. The contrast ratio, the black levels on OLEDs are just to die for. So you're going to get this in the Slim 9i 14. Internally, it is Intel only up to a Core i7 12th gen. That's 14 cores. It's a P part, not a U part. And the other special thing about the Slim 9i 14 is you will get Intel's brand new Arc 350M graphics chip. That's with 4 gigs of memory. The claim to fame is, hey, it's made by Intel, so there might be some power sharing techniques that they will add. And the significant thing that NVIDIA and AMD cannot do right now on that external discrete graphics is it will do AV1 encodes in hardware. So if you are actually going to be doing an AV1 encode on a GeForce or a Radeon, you're going to have to run that mostly on the CPU. You're going to kill the battery. It's also going to take a lot longer. In theory, AV1 encode in the Arc GPU should simply kick the butt on current GeForce and Radeon graphics cards. Other parts, you're going to get up to 32 gigs LPDDR. You're also going to get M.2 up to 1 terabyte, a Wi-Fi 6E wireless, Bluetooth 5.1. It will have a 75 watt-hour battery, Bowers & Wilkins audio, so pretty decent audio for a laptop. You're also getting an FHD, Windows biometric screen on the top. And let's see, what is the weight of this baby? Oh, 3 pounds, which again, let's think about this now. So you are getting 14 cores, a GPU that can do AV1 encodes in a 3-pound laptop. So that's just something impossible just a few years ago. We're now doing that, and you get that luxurious glass top. Let's go over the ports though, because that is important. We get a power button, a Thunderbolt port. Look at this beautiful rounded edge. So this is the other thing that all the Lenovo's are featuring. There's no more hard edges. Feels great in your hand, doesn't cut into it. You're getting a switch for the webcam. The other side, interestingly, you couldn't put a headset jack in the other one. You can do it in this one somehow. You're also getting a second Thunderbolt port, actually 3 Thunderbolt ports. So you're getting 3 Thunderbolt ports and a headset jack in this. But again, 3 pounds, 14 cores, Alder Lake P Arc 350 graphics with AV1 encode. This laptop will come in at about $1,800, so premium price, and should go on sale around June. In fact, I think all the laptops here will be available in June. I know you're wondering, well, what's faster, Ryzen 9, 14-core Alder Lake? What about this one and what about that one? At this point, we don't really know. Lenovo's not telling us the numbers. They say we're still working on it. I'm going to guess it's basically going to be faster than what we saw out of Intel's previous 11th gen 4-core CPUs, because you're now getting 14 cores. And as we know, AMD's Ryzen 6000 series have been pretty spectacular CPUs. So if you're wanting to see performance in this class of laptop, I say you gotta wait. You gotta wait till we get these in our hands. The good news is we should be able to get them at PC World. So come back to our channel and PCWorld.com to see the reviews.